This is everything new in today's LEGO Fortnite Odyssey update. Today's main update was focused on the brand new LEGO Fortnite Expeditions game mode, but that doesn't mean that our Odyssey worlds were left untouched. We did get 3 brand new weapons in here, and they are a ton of fun. The first thing that you want to do when you load up into your Odyssey world is to open up your journal, because you're going to see 2 brand new quest lines. One begins with Vengeance Jones, while the other starts with Hope. Now, because Hope is speaking about the Supernova Academy, we want to unlock the brand new weapon, so we'll be starting off with the Weapons of Vengeance, which means we need to talk to Vengeance Jones. When you speak to him, the first thing that he's going to do is bring up that there are brand new advanced weaponry that are coming from Supernova Academy. Now, we'll talk about that a little bit later in today's video, but our main focus here is to craft the dual daggers. That's going to be the start of all of these mini quests that we have to do. Now that we're done speaking to Jones, that means that going into our crafting bench will unlock the dual daggers. You'll notice we don't have the other weapons in there, but we'll talk about that again later. You could fully customize these however you want, which is awesome. That means that you could put different type of emeralds on there for speed, durability, or damage. You could use Shatterhorn in here as well. Select a different handle. That way you can get another rune slot because you can upgrade it with different runes. In order to unlock our next weapon, we needed to fight 5 archer style of enemies. I went towards the storm area because they have a ton of them. Now, if this quest isn't tracking for you, which does seem to be a problem, just craft a new set of daggers and then go and fight these again. What we need to do now is go and speak to Vengeance Jones to figure out what weapon we unlock next. Speaking to Jones a second time now is going to allow us to unlock the Warhammer. He said that we proved ourselves and we're able to learn about more of these weapons. So once again, our journal will go ahead and be updated, and now we can craft the Warhammer. Now, this weapon is a little bit slower when it comes to the attacks. You could see it is a very large weapon, much bigger than our actual player model, but when it comes to the attacks, they're so much fun. The secondary attack will do a handstand while you're using the hammer and then slam onto the enemy. You also could do a running attack, which will hit them like a baseball bat, and then your normal primary, which is just simply going to swing the bat at any enemy around you. When it comes to the Warhammer, what we need to do is find a melee style of enemies that are carrying a sword and then defeat them. Once again, if these quests aren't tracking for you, you simply need to make a new Warhammer and start using that one. That's what fixed the issue for me. I killed many of these and it never tracked any of my defeats. We're going to return back now to Vengeance Jones again, but this time he's going to tell us about our third and final weapon, which is going to be the ability to craft the plasma pistols. When it comes to the plasma pistols, these are by far the best weapon in the entire game. What we need to be able to make these is going to be some sort of Shatterhorn fragment or any type of emerald. We could use gold or copper bar, as well as some sort of storm resource. Finally, we're going to need a power cell, and you're going to see why when we use these things. Now, something else that's really important to know when it comes to all of these weapons is that you are able to throw any type of rune on there, such as damage tier 3, storm bane, luck, lifesteal, or anything that you want to customize it with. But not only that, you could also rift this weapon to make it completely legendary. Now that we have our plasma pistol all set up, we want to go back and talk to Vengeance Jones again with these in our inventory. When we speak to him, it's going to unlock that final journal entry, which is going to be to defeat a brute. And you guys know we have the tips and tricks for that. Everybody's Star Wars Island is the exact same with the same brute spawns on them. You could see mine, and when you go towards the original cave that would teleport you between the main world and then the Star Wars world, you're going to be able to find a brute. But now you can see how this weapon can do. You have a primary fire, and you could even use a secondary fire to make them even faster. Now, because these work on a power cell, well, that means that you are able to kind of burn them out. So make sure that you're not just spamming the shoot button, or else you're going to overheat and then not have a weapon to use. But when you are able to use it, you could absolutely shred through any enemy in the game. Once we've completed every single quest, we're going to speak to Vengeance Jones for the final time, who's going to tell us that we can be trusted and we now have completed every single quest under the Weapons of Vengeance, meaning that we only have one final quest, which is going to be to travel over to Expeditions mode, which can be found on our new bus stations. That's not the only weird thing about our mode right now. When you take a look at bus stations, you should see a hologram of the Spire above it, which is very weird to look at right above all of our bus stations. Now, these are going to be able to take us directly to the new mode, so instead of opening up the bus route, you'll now see a second option rather than opening it, which will say to travel to that game mode. Now let's talk about making our weapons legendary and the best way to do this. Number one, we're going to go to fight the Storm King, but not actually fight the Storm King. A lot of you guys are probably already familiar with where I'm going with this. Now, when you load in to fight him, what's going to happen is there's going to be these purple or pink respawners that come down, and when they go in, they're going to continue to put enemies out until you destroy them. Now, over time, they'll destroy themselves, but then just continue to respawn. Now, the reason why we would do this is because these enemies are going to continue to come at us in waves. We're never going to have to fight the Storm King, and we're going to be able to get any of the Eye of the Storm that we spent to get in here right back. So ultimately what this means is we're fighting waves of enemies to turn our weapons into legendary without really having to go out and search for too long. This is going to be the fastest way to do this, and if you didn't know, legendary weapons get a brand new look to them, as well as the fact that they're also able to do more damage. Now, you'll lose a little bit of durability in the meantime, but when it comes to these weapons, they're absolutely worth making legendary. Even though we didn't get our Odyssey content just yet, it will be here in July, and in the meantime, we're able to play with these brand new weapons, and it might be the most fun that I've ever had. Make sure that you guys tune in later today when I drop my video covering the new Expeditions game mode, and also check out my live stream later tonight where I'll be live with Kaz, Epic Bricks, and Brave playing the brand new game mode as a squad of 4. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. Help me reach 50,000 subscribers by pressing that sub button in the top right. And if you guys haven't already, check out that video in the top left. YouTube thinks that you'll like it a lot. Peace.